Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And seriously, I hate to say this, but 22 years old interference care assistant become first female citizen detained for ISIS racism. Racism, whatever, I don't care. Anyway, this child was somehow inter intending to join terrorist group ISIS and eventually planning to head over to Syria with her child to marry another ISIS supporter. A fucking read ridiculous whatever. Singaporean citizen recently became the first woman to be detained under the International Security Act (ISA). Thank God to ISA support. uh, Actually is the mother to um report her. Well, to be frank, this is very good enough. According to the Ministry of Home Affairs (MHA), a 22 years old woman was detained this month for racism. Shikias Iza Zahara El Asari, a contract infant care assistant with the PCF Community Foundation for a preschool program, had been actively posting and sharing pro-ISIS materials online since 2014. Last week checked that PCF Spark Lutz employee unequipped with the skills and know-how to be executed in hornet terror attack on the innocent. Her path towards radicalization started in 2013 when she was exposed to online propaganda related to the extremist group. Well, to be frank, I hate ISIS, and in my case, I would pretty much jump to Donald Trump's side to support his ideology of bombing Syria. But in one of the psychotic way, why not? Why not? Since 2009, somewhere that I'm pretty sure 2009 or 2008 back then, when Obama took over the U.S. presidential, he wanted to get rid of U.S. army in the Syria location or the ISIS start post because of the Afghanistan rebels was removed and destroyed, but somehow IC started to take over the entire regime. And yes, there is certain video that is leaked to some IC's history, and whatever this girl was doing is not right, trying to marry and settle down in Syria as a ISIS fighter and with an ISIS fighter. But as the statement posts, as late as April 27, she boasted that Singapore authorities had not detected her, which was fake. The authorities are working hard to keep Singapore safe, but they cannot be alone, the MHA said. Early reporting could be established as individual who is at risk of becoming racism to be given proper guidance and counseling. They could be strayed away from the path of racism, may not need several dealt with under the law. Well, law on problems. be frank, I hate this one is the I'm not sure when was this but Singaporean law stated Singapore in late 2001 used the ISA smash a terror cell, polluting bomb on US and other targeted in the city-state, rejected suggestion that the ISA be replaced by Terrorism Act. Well, be frank, if you go to law book section, there we go. Following of September 11 terrorist attack on United States of America, the Security Council of United Nations on 28 September 2001 adopted United Nations Security Law Consolidation Resolution 1373/2001. The resolution, which called upon members of the United States and Parliament of serious measure against terrorism and facing of terrorism, passed the undercative VII of the United Charter is binding on Singapore, a member of the UN, to implement mandated requirement of the resolution of the United Nations Act 844/2001. UN Act was passed Parliament 15 October 2001 and came into force 29 October 2001. The Act established the Singapore pressure of to the UN Act, United Nations Terrorist Anti-Terrorist Measure Regulation S561/2001. Anti-terrorism regulation has been extended enacted to give effect on the resolution. The anti-terrorism regardless of regulations are operative from 13 apply to any person in Singapore and any Singapore citizen outside Singapore who is facility terrorist act committed inside or outside Singapore. Act Cap 1 defines as a person include any company, association or body or person, corporate and unincorporated. And signed by Allen and Gladhill. Apparently, this is the new anti-terrorism law in Singapore, and we are standing side by United Nations and part of United States. That's why I support Donald Trump. I know many people hate Donald Trump. I can't say shit about it, but at this point, a Malay girl with her children want to team up with a ISIS fighter, and she was trying to connect to a ISIS fighter, and by act of law in Singapore, she broke the rule book of S561 and 844 UN Act under United Nations Law Confederation Center in Singapore. Yes, we have a UN consolidation office somewhere in Singapore, which is hidden. So sorry if you're not able to go. It's law. And be frank, if Donald Trump did not bomb ISIS in the first place, it can be a huge nightmare. There's a constant prop always have problem throughout the online detain for ISIS. I do not like ISIS, one, and clearly I have make a video about terrorism for Boston bombing from the race. I am so not planning to like talk and counsel people on this, but this is gotta stop. And with a children mindset brainwash in Syria with the ISIS taking control, I'm sorry, but I'm standing side with Donald Trump to bomb ISIS further down the road in the future. And I would like that if Donald Trump can like have a meeting talk through the UN councils, and UN councils provoke this to Singapore Armed Force and anti-terrorism force to enhance it, and the law book, and make sure have a borderline war or something that Donald Trump used to talk about. I mean, right now having some major issue, and yeah, working life in Singapore may be tough, but for now, Donald Trump have the rights to control Singapore as if. And it does state that terrorist attack on United States of America. We are learning from America. We are extending the problem. We do not want issues. We do not want ISIS in our border. We have put up new gadgets. For example, the new technology face cam cutoff. Well, if you're a Singaporean and if you apply for a Singaporean passport, you need to go through that little gadget on the desk at the so-called office, and you have to like take a snap, eyelash scan, your scanned eye. I mean, it have a purpose to stop terrorism act and stuff, but if you're planning to act like this stupid girl for 22 years old, supposed to be in school and job working girl. As stated, for the MHA depends over time on her radicalization. She began to believe that ISIS is represented to the true spirit of Islam. True or false is up to you, but false because ISIS is not Islam. That's how ISIS used to like fucking talk about it. And I got some Muslim friend on the go at work telling me ISIS is not Malay and things, and they believe bombing people, it's what they call it, not it's like offering to God and stuff. And apparently the propaganda related to extremist group, apparently if you go to Google and you go to google.com, this one should be worldwide. Nope, Singapore. Whoops, I should have signed out that. Oh well, too bad. If you type in ISIS, have a few things, right? But in federal law in Singapore, we are blocking them as much as we can say. We will work with Google to detain all ISIS propaganda, and Wikipedia change the coding. I don't care how. ISIS, goodbye. Law enforcement, come in. Google, if you're listening to this, you better change your coding to get this downgrade. I don't want to see this shit propaganda. As you can see, a 22 years old have tried to expose herself with propaganda related to extremist group. This is really frustrating for Singaporean to see, and I may be part of Singaporean, and I'm also part Thai, and I'm a part reporter for YouTubing. And yes, maybe I ran into problem last time with the United States people, America assholes that used to bully me. I know a few assholes that cannot be trusted, but in reality, if you know one or two that is bad as fuck person, don't join them. Just believe that Donald Trump is correct, and those that are bad people got so-called bad faith later on their live stream. This may not be a live stream video, and this will go through a lot of talk and false and concerns on my side. I think ISIS should be shut down. I mean, Google have ideology to like block a lot of things. Why not work on it, Google? I mean, we have internet security police everywhere, and YouTube used to have a police, and I signed up for it to like block ISIS video. I mean, yeah, most YouTuber creator is scared and things, but I'm a creator and a what do you call it, police, but I think Google or YouTube has been removed that function now. So from there on, the section law of A44 and S561/2001, regardless of anything can be happening. If you're planning to do something terrorism law in Singapore and break, don't blame Singapore police because you're about to enter United States law. And UN Act for punishment is to counseling her for the next 46 days, or depends how long is her mind is brainwashed. For all youngsters that want to think about ISIS or talking about ISIS, please don't. You know, the law book is very suspicious nowadays. And terrorizing Singapore can detain you in prison and sentence you to law A44 and S561 for terrorism talk. So I will post this link up with the video, and do note that this will be a 4K video. Especially that law provided funds economic resource. I mean, I would pick Donald Trump and the Golden Dawn as a extremist person. I'm not terrorist. It's not considered terrorist. I mean, Golden Dawn in Greece have a bit of violence, but in that implement of talk for Greece Golden Dawn, they have this law for Islam. Islam people that came into their country will be kicked out due to people losing job and terrorism act law. I support them with all I can to say I want to stop ISIS. Whether I don't give a damn, Singapore and United States will work together, and I would really support Donald Trump to blast those freak people out. I got experience with Islam woman that I used to work with. I can't handle her. She threatened people, and she would love to say, "Oh, I would take that whipped cream on out the fridge and take a bunch of it and plop it open and flush my face with whipped cream." Those that work in Coffee Bean that know this woman will be punished. I will not talk nice. I will not do shit. I will tell you who she is, and if you want to bully her, go ahead. She is useless. I mean, she's a manager, but in law effect of working lifespan, saying that you cannot threaten your staff as far as you know. For part-timer that doesn't want to work, can either A, find a suitable manager to work with, 2, prepare for a long run, or you can report to the Ministry of Manpower. And within a terrorism act from her words, section etc. 27-AS, threatening people in terrorism of Act United Nations implement, as well as law book A44 and S561. I don't know, is maybe her parents is the problem, or maybe she is not teach right, or her mind is crazy talk like Islamic State, ISIS. Right now we are talking about, and I may not like to be a ISIS supporter. I will work with Donald Trump. I would flush them out and send those crazy person go to either mental hospital for counseling or put them in maximum prison for at least 60 days in advance to make sure to talk to them and try not to provoke them and counseling them that ISIS is wrong. For further discussion, please write in the comment form down below. Comment box will be open, and those that want to contact me throughout certain social media, YouTube, Twitter, and Blogger is active. If you guys want to find me in Google Plus as well, you can find me. I mean, certain people found me there and certain don't. So in Singapore right now, I would say goodbye is 5:22 p.m. I don't know how long this gonna take, so cheers. Hope the 4K version work. Okay, and this is my new laptop. I can't say my old laptop. What happened? Due to certain error, I have to, so sorry, destroy the old file inside the old laptop and things. As for now, the 22 years old is in maximum prison, I think. There is no statement of law whom she might be, but make no mistake, I will go after ISIS. I will destroy ISIS, as Donald Trump would say. Cheers.